Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Marl Farms. Today, I got to go up north and fix one of my pivots. I had a gooseneck pop off, so I'm going to try to attempt to go fix that today. Turn all my wells back on so I can get that pivot back to running and see where we go from there. I still got to finish the water line and a couple of other stuff, so I'll see y'all when we get back to Wayside. So I'm pulling in up here, and he finally came out. I'm getting a barbed wire fence from here to that corner, way over there, and then from that corner to that corner, way over there. Be 2 miles worth of barbed wire fence with 3 30-foot gates or 33.5-foot gates or something like that, and then 3 16-foot gates. Should be nice when we get it all done and everything. It'd be nice because this is a half-mile pivot, a section that I have up here, and we put cows on it almost every winter, and we have to go in and build like 3 miles worth of hot wire fence. That's what we do around here. So it's gonna be nice to have barbed wire and just do 2 strands and be done with putting the cows where they need to go. And as you can tell, it's a little bumpy. So, there you go. The reason that was so bumpy is because I strip tilled. And strip tilling, you're just going, we're on 30s, so you're just going every 30 inches. And it's breaking up the ground. And it makes a little line. And then puts fertilizer down. And we'll go back over these lines, and that's where we'll plant. So that the cotton will be right on the fertilizer. So up here at Wayside, you have and as you can see, they're all along the pivot right there. So it messed the threads up and everything. So I am going to try to see if a plastic one will go up on it or not. So since it's plastic, you can kind of work the threads. Even though the threads are kind of messed up in there. We'll see. See if it works. So since I'm not able to get that put in at this moment while I'm up here, it's about 30 miles, 20 miles away from my house. I'm just gonna turn on a couple of wells so it'll start filling up my pit. And the package should be here around, what time is it? It should be here around 11 here in about 2 hours. So if I turn on a couple of wells, then I'll be able to start the pivot, run a little bit of water through it to make sure it's gonna hold. So that's what I'm gonna do. I found out what broke it off. I'll show y'all here in a little bit, but it was a piece of I-beam that's buried in the ground. We tend to have the most problem at places where it's the furthest away, in other words. You turn the well on over there and you wait for water to come through there, like it just did. Pretty easy to turn wells on when they're working. Some work, some don't. Here, well, I say some work, some don't. They only work about half the time. Here I got 8 wells. We are not in the best place for water around here. You go north or south or east and west, they got water pretty good. But here we do not. If you go north, they're pumping 1,100 gallons a minute out of out of one pump. I'm pumping 950 gallons a minute out of the pivot with 8 wells. So there's a big difference in the amount of water we're pushing over here versus everybody else. It's just where we happen to luck out. At least we have water. So you go a little bit more that way, you hit the canyon, there ain't no water over there. So not bad. I do know right out in the middle of this field, about a couple 200 yards in, there's a lot of water. You got to put in the pump that used to be there. It was pumping about 1,700 gallons a minute, is what one of these old timers was telling me one day. He said they took it out because they couldn't, at the time, they didn't know if it was gonna go off or not, drop down in water. We've been steadily with our water. There's a lot of people around us, like to the west, they're dropping off in a hurry and they have probably less water than we do here in about 5 years, so we'll have the most water then. We've been pretty steady. I think we've had the same height of water and everything for like the past 20 years, 15, 20 years or so, maybe 10, I don't know. But so far we've been pretty steady on stuff like that. Rain is where it gets us. We can call it the Swisher County Divide. And yeah, we call it the Swisher County Divide because it just goes around us every time. Everybody else will end up getting a couple inches of rain, and then we're over here with nothing. That never fails. So this was that piece of I-beam that sticking out of the ground that ripped that off. We got a brand new ripper last year, and we came over here and ripped this before we put the weed on it, and we dug that up, and we came over here with the skid steer to try to pull it all the way up, and just pick the skid steer up. So it's in there. We don't really know how we're gonna get it out. For now, I got it bagged. Somebody hits it, it'll mess up a whole bunch of other stuff besides just a shank or anything that we've been messing up. Now I'm having problems with this well. It says it's on, or you can hear that it's on, but no water's coming out of it just yet. And it is not pumping. Usually if you stand on this little platform, you can tell if it's pumping or not. I'll leave it on and come back and see if it starts working or not. Well, number 3. See if this one works. And I need to get out here and fix all these badger holes. They're everywhere over here. Got a pickup the other day and thought I broke my ankle. I fell in it. It's my irrigated wheat. Planted in about August or so. We put cows on it. Took the cows off. I started watering the crap out of it, and that's how it looks. Here we got it all plowed up and with the sunflower disc and getting it ready to be planted in cane. We'll come around and with the sweep plow and it'll smoothen it all up. So we like our fields to be pretty smooth when we're baling them, just so everything runs better and you're not wearing your equipment out in the ear as much. So I was in town. Wife called me. It came. So we're gonna see if it works or not. I'd say that worked. The only difference is this one comes straight down and that one just comes up and over. But the thing with these is it's so heavy right here that it just likes breaking them off. So then you gotta use a different tool to get the thread out. Then you gotta re-thread it. So yeah, I think that'll work. Now since that worked, I'll put all my stuff up, get the right socket and everything so I can put the hose back up on it and hose clamp it. And yeah, we'll turn the water on later today. See how it works. done. Now I'll wait, come back later this afternoon when the pit gets done filling up, and I'll start the pivot. Let her keep on running. Hopefully this don't happen again. I cut off a little bit of it, so maybe it won't hang down near as low. And then I'll really have to watch it when it goes back over that, make sure it don't mess it up, and keep watching that through the year until I could get a front end loader out here, and we'll come and dig that whole damn thing out and see how deep it goes, because it keeps picking the skid steer up. So we'll see how that goes. It's full-ish, good enough to start it. So let's start it. Open that. You do put that on there, make it get all the dirt and everything that sucks up first. Open this, so get out of the wind for y'all. But I sit here and wait about 5 to 10 minutes and let it all get pressurized up, and then I walk out in it, clean the nozzles. So now I'll walk this whole pivot out, half a mile back, then she'll be good to go. Then I come up here and check it every morning, and check it every night on my phone, make sure it's still running and everything. And I come up here every day and make sure it's running. So this first tower, or this first row right here, we only have every other one because it puts out more water than the rest, and then it goes to every single spout. Notice this one, when I shut it off, that has a little hole in it right there. So next time I shut it off, I have to shut it off about every couple of days to let the pit fill back up. So next time I shut it off, I have to pull up underneath here and get it fixed. See all that's inside of it? And I usually have to come out here for the next 2 days and walk it out every single day because it just keeps sucking more stuff up for a while. cooler nozzles out. I'm gonna finish and I'll see y'all later. So I got the pivot walked out and everything. It's good to go. Made sure that gooseneck that I put up earlier was good, and it's good. So it's time to head on back. If you like the video, like and subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Thank you.